This episode of Redonkulous.com is brought to you by Bachelor Pad Economics, the financial advice Bible for men, by Aaron Clary.
Badd Popp here. And every once in a while, I myself enjoy a good work of fiction. Don't we all? And I found a good one.
14 ways women are still not equal to men.
In America. My one-word response to that? Wah! Thank you. Good night. Well, I'm not going to do that. This wouldn't be redonkulous if I did. But I'm going to go through each and every one of the 14 punchlines of stupidity and brainwashing they're trying to ram down your throat. And ladies, do me a favor. Put down the pillow so you don't hurt your knees and get on them. And be prepared to have your tonsils butter monumentally. Yeah.
The feminist movement has made gigantic strides over the years, but nearly a century since women were given the right to vote, the sad fact of the matter is we've still got lots of work to do. Here are the shocking ways.
Shocking?
Women aren't yet equal to men here in America.
Now I want you to remember that last part, in America, because it's gonna get silly up in here. And this is what magicians call prestidigitation. I know I just used a word with a lot of syllables and I can't even properly spell response, but you're gonna have to figure that shit out on your own. Women
pay more for common household items than men do.
And I'm gonna answer that one right now. You're stupid. You're at the deodorant aisle. There's the men's, there's the women's. The men's are 79 cents cheaper. They're the same damn product. Buy the dude stuff. Vote with your money, and this wouldn't be so funny. Listen, women are the common demographic for this bullshit. That's why you buy the name brand stuff, and there lies the secret. The women want the Coach purse. They don't want the Scotch purse or the brooch purse, which looks the same, carries the same amount of shit, but this costs 20 bucks and this costs 200. Basic practice here in economics, supply and demand. And you are indirectly throwing your own crossbody flying cock block on yourselves when you purchase these items.
This is a $4,000 sofa upholstered in Italian silk. This is not just a couch.
It's just a couch!
Okay, here we go again with a different number.
Women make 16% less than their male counterparts.
I thought it was 77 cents on the dollar, but I don't know. You just can't seem to make up your f***ing mind. Edit that out.
In what world does 77 cents equal a dollar?
In what world does 68 cents equal a dollar?
They are really trying to make you believe in this fiction. They really are. In this article, they cite the Pew Research Center. Now, this study doesn't take into account a lot of really important shit. Hours worked, type of job, education, time off for vacations and maternity leave. Oh, and negotiating what you're worth. Got her in. And of course, this wouldn't be the Oppression Olympics if we didn't play the race card.
And for Black and Hispanic women, the rates are even worse.
I have two things to say about that. One, up to 72% of Black and Hispanic babies are born out of wedlock. And number two, go to school, get a job, get married, stay married, and then have children. If you don't follow that simple equation, guess what? You're in poverty, and it's your own goddamn fault. Close your legs and open your mind. I'm just telling you the truth, and the truth hurts. And if you don't like the truth, why the f did you click on this video? Edit that out. Listen, we've been over this. The stats don't lie. If you're a single mother, you probably got the government titty in your mouth and your titty in the baby's mouth, and that's just the way it is. And when you take into account the monetary value of all of those benefits, they outperform single men 2-to-1 financially.
I cannot believe this shit. Women! They're underrepresented in government.
The answer to this is very simple. 1, get off that golden vagina and go vote. Or how about this? How about you take your Section 8 ass down and run for yourself? And just like everything else in regards to employment for women, they don't want to. They don't want equality when it comes to death and dismemberment on the job. They just want the cushy jobs that pay the same amount. Wah.
Women are the minority in the executive suite.
Yeah, they're bitching about the fact that 17% of board members are women and 5% hold the CEO titles. And anyone, be it man or woman, who got to that position probably fought an uphill battle naked while being shot at. And they probably didn't cry at work. But wait a minute. Feminists want to get that for free now.
Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you.
If you fucking cry in front of a dude, he will respect you fucking less. Unless the following criteria: death of a loved one, death of a best friend, loss of all your worldly belongings, or fortune. Even if you get a beat down ass beating where you have to be taken away in an ambulance, you still don't fucking cry. And I can guarantee you this, as we see more and more men being raised by women, there's going to be more bitch-brained manginas, and they are not going to be promoted up just for that reason.
Women are a minority in the news media.
How about you show some more tits? I'm just saying. I'm sorry, I was just joking around. Learn to take a joke. In fact, if you did, you probably have more comedians too, but that's just me.
Women are only on camera 32% of the time.
Does that take into account porn?
And they report 37% of the printed news and 42% of the stories on the internet.
When you look at all the numbers and the amount of women sitting at home on their ass that are single mothers, that 42% sounds pretty good to me. I could be a raging turbo asshole and put up a list, say like this, of all the dangerous jobs that men have to do that account for 92% of workforce deaths. You don't hear about women bitching about equality in those jobs, do ya? It's just the jobs where they can be on camera and be all glamorous, or have a cushy job, or one that's air conditioned. Oh, wait a minute, I just became a sexist. Of course, there's more to this point, and this one really bothers me.
And they are the minority in the tech sector too.
And these women are complaining that they only make up 30% of the workforce in these booming tech companies. This might have something to do with the fact that you're a majority on college campuses, and you are choosing to go into studies that give you some of the lowest paying jobs. Creative dance therapy. I'm sure they make a lot of money. Newsflash, ladies! There's no secret password or handshake. Nobody's cock blocking you from going into these studies and getting into this sector. You're doing it to yourself. You want to go do this stuff? Go fucking do it. Oh, what is that? Oh, you don't really want to do that? Then shut the fuck up. Or better yet, shut the feminists up who are talking for you. And I find this one ironic. Feminists are bringing up the fact that women still shoulder a lot of the household work, when it is the feminists who actually are shitting on being a mother and being a housewife. Heaven forbid there's a woman out there somewhere who wants to stay at home and be a housewife. All right, yeah, what do you guys call that? Yeah, internalizing your misogyny.
Marriage is not about equality. It's about perpetuating male privilege.
Feminists really only want equality for those who fall in line with their crazy dogma. We're gonna go back to the wage gap statistics that you like to ignore, but men are twice as likely to work overtime, while women are twice as likely to work less than 40 hours and take extended leaves. And where do you think they spend all that time? That's it, at home, making me a sandwich and giving me a BJ right now because I earned it. And again, that's a joke for you women comedians out there, all three of you. Remember at the beginning when I told you to watch out for those two keywords, in America? Well, listen to this and get the punchline.
Women are far more likely to be victims of human trafficking.
The first sentence states that over 800,000 people are smuggled across international borders. I thought we were talking about inequality in America. And here's another sexist viewpoint on this one, that men are stronger and faster and bigger than women. I'm not saying this to be an asshole, I'm stating a fact. If you are smaller, weaker, and slower, you make an easy target, and that's exactly what's going on. And you women out there who fell victim to human trafficking, you have my sympathies.
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
In the Western world, and especially in America, women are the safest, fattest, and richest that they've ever been throughout all of human history. And if that's not good enough for you, f*** off. I would have put happy on that list, but there's a simple fact and truth out there. Women's happiness has been spiraling down at exponentially fast speeds. And why is that? Thank feminism for that. Feminism has convinced women that it's bad to be a housewife, it's bad to have kids, it's bad to be with a man, it's bad to be married. There are books out there, tons of them, that state the simple fact that when women are home raising kids in a marriage and they stay married, they're happier. Not to mention economically stable, because feminism has these women going forward at breakneck speed right to OPAF, old, poor, powerless, and forgotten. They're gonna hit that brick wall so hard and so fast their shoelaces are gonna jump out of their eye sockets. And that wall is called, you guessed it, poverty.
If you get hit, it's your own fault.
And this next one is one of my favorite feminist social experiments, the military.
Female soldiers face rape and harassment.
I'm gonna read this one off to you because it's ridiculous and it's right off the page here.
Between 1/5 and 1/2 of female veterans were sexually harassed while on active duty, and women are more likely to leave with PTSD from rape than from actual fighting, according to a 2013 Pentagon report.
1/5 and 1/2? I'm a reasonable man. But you tell me 1/5 to 1/2? That's a huge margin of error. Am I supposed to just take this at face value? Kind of like the 1 in 5 women are gonna get raped at college? Winning? No, hell no. Can a woman get PTSD from being raped if she was legitimately raped? Hell yes! But to put a statement like that in this kind of context is actually a huge disservice to actual veterans who have PTSD. There's some women out there who said they got PTSD from Twitter. So guess what? I guess you can see my point. That's a harpoon in the back, man. All right, now we're going back to high school.
Women are experiencing inequality in high school sports.
Again, this falls down to basic economics. If you have a football game and 10,000 people show up and buy $7 per person to get in, that's a lot of money. There's not a lot of people willing to put down good money to watch women and a soccer team run back and forth and get tied 0-0. Come up with something like, I don't know, topless hockey, where the dials and pegs are hard and sticking straight out. You might pull a great crowd then. Now, on a side note, and I think this actually proves my point, but an Australian professional female soccer team got its ass handed to them by a bunch of 15-year-old males.
Misogyny!
Nope, sorry, it is biology, and I don't have a massage table.
What the hell did you just say?
All right, dudes, I have a lot of jokes for this one. But this one states that
retired women are far more likely to live in poverty than retired men.
Shocker! That's what happens when you spend all of your money on Coach purses and name brand bullshit instead of investing it. How about you stay married instead of 2/3 to 70% of you filing for divorce? I'm sorry, but a lot of these women were single mothers, and you know, the WIC and the welfare and the Section 8 ran out. And guess what? Between 55 and 65, until Social Security kicks in, they have to ride the poverty wagon all the way into the scene of the crash. This is nothing but karma coming back to bite you in the ass. You want to f*** over your man, you want to live off the government? Fine. Now you pay the price. You were nothing but a bunch of human leeches. And you know what happens to a leech that overfeeds? It explodes. And that helps explain why your ass is so big. And you become Womalos and have to get rammed in and out of Walmart in your electric cart.
Women of all ages are more likely than men to live in poverty. In America, 15.5% of women live in poverty, compared to 11.9% of men living in poverty.
Okay, we're gonna strip out the poverty portion, and we're gonna go to homelessness. And 80% of the homeless are men, and over 1/3 of those homeless men are veterans. I think I have not one damn shit or to give about these 15% women who live below the poverty line, when 1/3 of the homeless are my brethren veterans. And a lot of these women living below the poverty line are single mothers sucking off the government titty. If you're self-employed in this country and you make 45 grand a year, guess what you're gonna be paying out in taxes? A ton. Check out Bachelor Weights and Measures. But a single mother working part-time can expect a tax return up to $7,000. So again, please tell me, Who's really living in poverty? All right, feminists, if you could name me one legal right that men have that women don't, here in America, I would like to hear about it. Spoiler alert, they don't exist. We looked already. But if you want to talk about legal rights that women have that men don't, I can name 3 right now.
She's a whore, yes a whore, alas submit them lore. A pontifex of oral sex, she'll rhyme until you're sore. Yes, she's a whore, yes a whore.
I can go on and on, but in reality, I got shit to do. So let's wrap it up with this. Feminism is all about privilege. In fact, I don't think it ever was about equality. Because if it was about equality, spoiler alert, when you got that right to vote, you would have been drafted. Not that you have to worry about that or anything, because now that you're included in the draft, feminism is trying to get rid of it. And I can guarantee you this, that feminism is going to put a psyop spin on this, that they're looking out for men's rights too. Not that you gave 2 shits about us in the past 90 years, but edit that out. I'm going to look into my crystal balls, because I got 2 of them here, and I'm going to make a prediction right now. Heaven forbid, but say feminism fails to repeal the draft, and they actually have to use it. You will see the biggest tidal wave of teen pregnancies in history. And it'll all be these girls just looking to get smoked and poked to get pregnant because they're piss scared to go over and get shot or possibly die. That is my prediction for the day. In fact, I make one more prediction. You're gonna hit the subscribe button, because if you don't, I'm gonna force you to listen to chick comedians. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to work and had like either my supervisor or manager or whatever that was a woman have a bad day and she's like crying and bitchy. Like, I'm like, f this. I don't care what people feel. I'm not about kindness. I just tell it how it is. I drive my mother crazy all the time because I'm like, hey, you made a bad decision. She goes fucking ape shit. Yeah. And I'm like, Ma, I'm not being mean. I'm just telling you the truth. You're a serial bad decision maker. It's just own it. Sector. Hang on.
Right, good. Serious pop.
If all you think I don't have beer in my bottles.